Alright, what is up everybody? It's Lids and we're back for some more Witcher and, okay, spoiler alert, but we did a lot last time. We wrapped up Part 2? Act 2? One of those things. Chapter. That's the word. Chapter 2. So that means we fought off the golem successfully, got the last piece of the puzzle to allow us to enter the tower, got into the mage's tower, and then, upon getting out, realized, of course, that the person who was tagging alongside us was actually the chief enemy that we've been plotting against throughout the past, many videos. We did, of course, fend him off along with his professor friends. Yeah, they ran away, and we didn't quite defeat them in entirety, but I'm sure we'll get another shot. Then, of course, they did try to poison us, and apparently Triss rescued us, and now we're at her place where she has a pet chameleon. I kid you not. That's pretty sweet. That sounds really cool. Sounds like Triss has figured out the whole teleportation thing, and I would like to believe we can probably use those teleportation capabilities. There we go. There's the English. But I'm guessing there might be some other things we want to check out in here first. Namely, things like free reading material. Against non-humans, a pamphlet describing the great conspiracy of the non-humans and their schemes over the centuries. It contains many lies, but simultaneously provides some useful information on the elder races. But we've already read it, darn it. Okay, I don't remember if we bought it, or probably more likely we saw it somewhere else and we decided to pick one up in similar circumstances to this. What would happen if we took this shawl and then gifted it to Triss at some point? I think she'd realize that it was her own shawl all along. Sorcerers and sorceresses. This one we have not read yet. The Brotherhood of Sorcerers ceased to exist after the revolt on Thaned Island, when some of the mages were accused of serving Nilfgaard and were arrested or killed. All the important sorcerers were there for a meeting due to transpire on the following day. Neutral mages also perished during the fighting. Among them was Hengidimith, however you say that, who remembered the beginnings of human colonization. Soon after, Tisaya de Vries committed suicide. Her death marked the end of the Brotherhood and the advent of a new order. After the revolt on Thaned Island, some of the surviving sorceresses grew in prominence. Philippa Elhart consolidated her position at Redania's court, while the elf Francesca Findabair, Queen of the Valley of Flowers, expanded her involvement in human affairs. Triss Marigold, I recognize that name, a younger sorceress representing Foltest's interest. I feel like we've heard that name, but I don't remember where. Also joined in shaping the new order. Okay, so we heard a rumor that Triss is very highly regarded in the mage circles and is largely considered a very powerful mage, but, a founding member of the Mage Society? That's powerful stuff. See, she is here. But, yeah, she wouldn't mind if we stole everything. Right? What is this? I don't know. 4 books? Oh, darn, we've already read this one. Okay, let's drop some of the weak alcohol. I'm assuming that will remain to be some of our least valuable possessions. Alright, this one that we have not read. Story of the non-human pogrom in Rivia, during which the famed Geralt of Rivia perished. Oh, what? It'd be nice to know how exactly that happened. Anonymous based on eyewitness accounts. Pretty sure that means that at least some of our friends helped to write this. Possibly even most, well, I don't know. Some of our friends were involved in this, it seems, I would assume, because they're the ones who've been describing the scene to us and are the ones who are saying we were there with you. After the war, the people of Rivia were unhappy. Poverty was the plight of many, and most believed the kings and magnates had betrayed them during the peace talks by not exacting reparations from Nilfgaard. A scapegoat was needed. As usual, it was the changelings, non-humans, and witches. Does that mean us? Might have been that they took it out on us. A mere spark was required to send a furious crowd into the streets. Anyone who seemed different was targeted. Dwarves, elves, and those accused of using spells were all murdered. People also used the situation to settle old scores, loot and rape. I admit shamefully that few were brave enough to stand in defense of the persecuted. Among those few was the famous Geralt of Rivia, who in seeking to protect his friends was struck with a pitchfork and died. There would have been more victims if not for the intervention of Triss Marigold. The sorceress sent a powerful hailstorm down on the crowd. Only that powerful spell could stop the rioting. What happened to the body of Geralt of Rivia and those who stood by his side, I do not know. Curious what this tells us. For a second I read that as an entry on Geralt loot, and I was like, what? Did people loot us when we died? That's not cool. Alright, there's Triss. We've already looted that one. Yeah, I mean, we did talk to her earlier, so I'm not sure she's going to have anything new to say, but we'll give it a shot.
Geralt.
And that is
I'll see
precisely the case. That's locked. Guess we should have expected that when we saw that that's what it said. I do want to see what we get if we try to interact with this thing. Oh. Whoa! Okay, so it does give us the ability to fly back and forth in a quick travel type of way. And we knew this was kind of the case with Calcine's laboratory in the past, but it wasn't clear if we were going to be able to go to additional places or if it was just Calcine's laboratory and only that place. So, happy to see that we can actually go from area to area and have sort of like a headquarters. The fact that one of those headquarters is the abode of a murderer and one is an evil mage tower. Maybe that's getting a little too picky. Oh.
You, stop!
Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Your pass.
You're overdoing it with the passes.
Complain to the king.
He's returned?
No, but all new edicts bear his seal.
Farewell.
Okay, so this is our first time in the trade quarter, and I do remember we got absolutely bombarded with new quests once we stepped foot here, and I'm surprised that there aren't more of these. I'm deliberately filtering for specifically Chapter 3 quests, on the assumption that that is probably where we will actually find the new things, although that may not always be the case, so we'll start here, and then we'll widen the scope to include all quests. Chris is trying to convince me to go to Luvarden's reception. It's due to take place on the upper floor of the new Nera Court. Okay. I mean, that seems pretty straightforward. I mean, apparently, it is a primary quest, so it sounds like we're not going to have much choice in the matter. All the King's Men, I thought we were just seeing some updates for this. Met an officer who ordered me to show him my pass. Something's fishy. Did the King order Belorad to declare the state of emergency? Though I might want to stay clear of politics, since it's impossible in Vizima. I don't aim to look for trouble, though. Okay, I don't fully understand that at the moment. I feel like there's some missing context we're going to need to figure out more as we go along. An identity Triss can't restore my memory, even using magic. Sorceress advised me not to seek the truth based on what people say about the past, as I may produce a false image of myself. Should I trust my impulses, emotions, and thoughts then? Is that the way to rebuild my identity? Perhaps speaking with people who once knew me will help me recover my memory. Okay. It's a little strange that this is actually something that is defined enough to call a quest. It would seem like that's kind of just like a general background thing that you're doing as you're going through the game, but apparently there's more to it than just that. And then the source, Triss Marigold, asked me to set 3 magic sensors. Okay, yes, I do remember her saying this. In 3 places in Vizima, in the trade quarter near Town Hall, the temple quarter by the entrance to the sewers, and we've seen that one, and at the cemetery, which we've not been to yet, but can only assume that we will soon find a way to get access to. Triss claims the anomalies are causing more monsters to appear in Vizima relative to even the previous chapter, or relative to just a long time ago. Sensors should help us discover the source of these anomalies. Have to place 3 magic sensors. Yep, okay. Seems like this is, well, maybe more of an ongoing one, but we'll explore a little bit in here, right? There's the guard. Oh,
White Wolf, spare a moment.
I was gonna say, I was assuming you would not have anything notable to tell us.
I hope you'll utilize it to solve problems in this neighborhood. Plus, my account with Lavarden will be cleared.
Thanks.
How does that... Huh? Also, he was gonna give it to us, but we didn't have inventory space for it. Oh dear. That's okay, we have more weak alcohol to dump. What is this thing? A legendary bestiary containing information on many monsters? Sounds useful. Famous work contains vast information on various different kinds of monsters. Skullhead? Ew. Zugal Venom sounds like it's a snake of some kind. Oh, Voidanoid. Those were the fish people guardians that we saw in the swamp area. That might mean that we are going to be fighting those guys in the not-so-distant future.
Since they let the rabble in.
Excuse me, do you not see the jester directly behind you? Clearly this is a high-class citizen. He doesn't want to talk to me. Which does make me a little less of a fan of his.
Don't disturb. Don't disturb.
But maybe I want to talk to you.
The main square hatches many rumors.
This is the townsman that gave us that quest, or gave us the book
We won't
mere
want
moments
trouble.
ago. Okay,
We'll edict
looks
orders
like
of state
we
of
can't get
emergency.
through here. Wait, that guy just said state of emergency. I don't know the significance of that, but apparently that is a thing. Also, what is this? We have not seen this before. Okay. Sure. I'm assuming that it's probably reasonably valuable because we haven't seen it. That's the stuff that we just dropped, the alcohol. And let's continue to explore a little bit. That's Triss's house. That's where we came from. Is this all her house? Good God, Triss. Wow. No, we were just saying you're a prestigious mage, but still.
Siegfried fancies
Are you
me
ill?
better.
I'm soaked.
What?
The state of emergency means we're watching types like you.
Are you now? Didn't stop me from running right past you. Okay, apparently this is going to be all over the place, though. Can we go in here, wherever here may be? I don't know. Apparently we can. What are we gonna find? Someone else's wardrobe? With some buns that we are not going to be able to pick up? Okay, we didn't need them.
Burgermaster Velerad has supposedly taken to drink.
Burger Master? Is that really his name? Did nobody let him know that that's probably not a good idea to name yourself that if you want anyone to take you seriously? And we do have weak alcohol we can drop in favor of a book that we've not read. Temeria, the Jewel of the North, has silver lilies on a black background as its emblem. Wait, what? Okay. Kingdom. Oh, okay, never mind. I was thinking of a slang word here that did not actually literally mean flowers. The kingdom, always powerful, has gained even more prominence in recent years under the wise rule of the good King Foltest. Ah, okay, Foltest, gotcha. That's the name we saw affiliated with Triss not long ago, or we should probably say Triss is affiliated with the king. Redania lies to the north, across the Pontar River. I mean, we did come from the north, from Kaer Morhen. Don't know if that was technically in Redania. Across the Pontar River. While mountain ranges can be found to the south and east. One of them is Mahakam, stronghold of dwarves and gnomes, past which the lands of Lyria and Adrian lie. Capital of Temeria is Vizima, located on the shores of Lake Vizima, aptly named. Erebor is the realm's second largest city. Oh, isn't Triss's name Triss? No, Triss Marigold. I don't know, we've heard some other talk of Maribor. It might actually be just some alcohols that are named after the city. I don't know. Okay, adds a location to our journal. That's cool, except I didn't actually see anything update, so... I mean, you're kind of a liar. Now, excuse me, sir, as I continue to raid all of your belongings.
Vivaldi is insolvent. What a catastrophe.
Okay. No, you're more concerned with sitting down and getting back up than talking to me? I see how it is. I didn't need you anyway.
Oh,
Yeah.
Witcher, hide your women.
He's not wrong. There was another way out of there, but it seemed that, in order to keep track of where we have and have not been, let's go in and out the same
Geralt
direction.
of Rivia.
In the flesh.
You managed to avoid the quarantine and gain official support.
Apparently.
Martial law is in effect. Wartime rules apply.
Oh, okay,
I'll do
that
my
explains
best to
why
comply.
all the guards are
Better,
watching us so closely.
Traitors taste steel.
What was that about martial law?
King Foltest has declared martial law in Vizima.
Why is that?
The plague's in half the kingdom, and monsters roam the city's streets.
And the quarantine and patrols aren't enough?
Never you mind.
Oh, I mean, I will mind if you stab me in the chest with that giant spear or pike or whatever that was.
I'm looking for...
I'm a high-ranking officer.
But I just wanted to.
What, you mean we can't ask him for directions? We're not allowed? Whoa!
I oft hear of bandits bearing the salamanders.
The military meddles in the affairs of the guilds and the city council.
Velerad need only employ 3 sorcerers. Then, all the monsters and bandits would disappear.
Okay, if you say so, this is probably the same building we were just in. The other door. Pretty sure that's the case. Look, I'm exploring, okay? Gonna see what we can and cannot find here. Can we sneak through here? And we could probably go around the other way, but that would be boring.
Yes?
Godspeed.
Okay. Nothing else of note from you.
Make way for Temerian militia.
Sure. Okay, that's the marketplace. Let's stay here, though.
Does Roderick DeWitt truly hail from Nilfgaard?
I'm
You whisked
not sure I understood a single word you just said.
This never grows worse.
Oh, and apparently you won't let me through that door. You look like you have ants in your pants.
I wouldn't flaunt your weapon. A state of emergency in the quarter has put everyone on edge.
So, like, theoretically speaking, if I were to pull out my sword right about now, you're saying... chaos would ensue? Pull out my sword. Not cool, man. Not cool.
Yes?
Are all the guard officers the same? They are.
Godspeed.
Okay. Just making sure that there isn't some extra significance of you being here by this door.
They told me to watch for those with a salamander badge.
Did they now? Okay, so we are still locked out of some areas. Good to know. This looks cool. That's because that's the town hall. Ooh. Alley along the walls is... Oh, yes, is a specific place. In fact, it is a place in which we are supposed to do something for this. Does it matter which one we put where? I don't think so. Okay. Easy peasy. All you guys have is weak alcohol, and I'm not really interested. Also, I think that's the trade area, and as interested as I am in that, I would like to explore these areas a little more comprehensively first. Maybe not go into every single building, but some of these significant ones. I mean, this is the Vivaldi Bank, although we now know that it is not Vivaldi, who is... What the heck? He's possessed!
What do you want?
No, thank you! It's the curse that they put on that place after Vivaldi lost control of the company and humans took over.
Well, damnable non-humans seized goods from the warehouse. They must need gold.
No, you're actually more than just a normal citizen.
Greetings, stranger. Oh, be not afraid of Ada. She growls, but she doesn't bite. Usually.
The dog's name is Ada.
She is a bitch.
Excuse
Plus,
you?
She's pampered and
I mean, it's
spoiled.
kind
The
of
name
true.
of the king's daughter suits her perfectly.
Technically the
Do you
name for a
know
female
Princess
dog
Ada?
in some cases.
My wife is a laundress at the palace, so I'm aware of the gossip in court.
I'd be happy to listen if I could look at your goods.
Certainly. I have the finest quality meat. I slaughter the animals myself.
We'll see.
We'll see him slaughter the animals himself? I don't know about that.
What does your wife say about the other courtiers?
It would take weeks to repeat all she said. Foltest, Velerad, Duet, Jacques de Oldersberg, Marigold. Who are you interested in?
Ooh. Yeah, there are several people on that list that, I mean, I either don't recognize, or that we ought to know more about,
Tell
like
me
the
about
king and like
Foltest.
Triss.
Need I tell you all I know? He slept with his own sister and begat Ada.
Oh.
Ill tidings indeed. A curse turned the girl into a striga. A witcher dispelled the curse from the princess, and Foltest was so overjoyed he spoiled the girl rotten. The little striga became a childish whore.
Oh. Pretty sure that's the person that we rescued.
Interesting.
We are said
Thanks.
Witcher.
What does your wife say?
Are there other people, though, that we can learn about? Like, say,
Any
Triss?
gossip about Triss Marigold?
Certainly. The women at the palace laundry love to gossip about other women. They have the same opinion as any with common sense. A sorcerer's place is in the tower, brewing potions and devising horoscopes from stars rather than meddling in politics. Furthermore, she's shameless to display her arse in such provocative attire. Well, if Ada didn't already hold title as Queen of the Whores, Marigold would have it in a trice.
Glad you're keeping score.
Interesting. What does your...
Alright, these other names I don't really recognize at all.
What's the word on Velerad?
Our burgomaster drinks too much.
Oh, it's the
and can no
burgomaster.
longer manage the
I
city's
take it back.
affairs. No wonder, since to curry favor in the court, it is to be a marionette and jump when the king pipes a tune. Look around. Bandits, monsters, and City Hall is silent. Velerad should step down.
Interesting.
Okay.
What does your wife...
Then
What
this
have you heard
guy, who
about
I've
Roderick
also never heard of.
Ah, the Nilf Guardian.
Oh, maybe we have.
Sticks
Okay.
to Ada like a burr on a dog's tail, but that threshold's high, even for a count. Moreover, he's a knight of the order, so as someone sworn to celibacy, he can only plough the princess in secret. Duet represents the order in court, but I'd say he represents the empire of Nilfgaard and the imperial ambitions of the Black Ones.
Okay, so some controversy as to
Interesting.
who
Thanks.
he's representing, who he sides with.
What does your wife say about...
And lastly,
What
this guy.
about Jacques de Aldersberg?
Grand Master sounds grandiose, doesn't it?
Rarely does anyone recall that the Order of the Flaming Rose was once the Order of the White Rose. Now the once proud knights are racists and intriguers, acting under the guise of the highest ideals. 'Tis the Grand Master's doing.
Before his knighthood, Jacques was a vagrant blinded by hatred of elves. One doesn't change so easily.
Okay, so leader of the order, it seems. Anything else of note? Fear bad-mouthing authorities during martial law.
Do you recognize me? Anything about me?
Sure, the laundresses gossip about you.
And?
They say you chase anything in a skirt, but you're a real dog for sorceresses. Supposedly you loved one once.
Chris?
They say you're as likely to whip out your sword as you are to whip out your, a master at both arts. Women fear your fickleness,
No
but
comment.
you fascinate them.
Hmm. Yes, thank you indeed for that. Probably insult. Let's see what you have to offer. It is well and truly only food, which I don't really think we need, and I don't really think we can access that, but that is probably his stash, his inventory. And I'm realizing that there... Okay. I don't have room for any of this stuff. What can we do? Comes the next question. Cow's milk? Cow's milk for goat's milk? Nah. Just want the strong alcohol, because that is at least a little bit useful.
Declare martial law in this district?
Yeah, I'm realizing there's a lot of stuff down here, and not just down here in this basement, but in this city specifically. I guess we probably shouldn't be surprised about that. Top quality base? Do you have any low quality bases that would be very easy to dispose of? Why can't something not be valuable? Say that it's trash, so I know to dump it. I know we have some of these books that we've already read, but those are somewhat valuable. I think it's actually the food that is the worst in all likelihood. I'm gonna eat it, but apparently it doesn't want to let me. Not on this screen. Also, oh, it was floating in midair for a second there. Try opening the locked door right in front of you. What could possibly go wrong? You're not gonna call us out for it, right? Yeah, so I think we may, in truth, just want to poke our heads in the major places, because I know I was saying we were going to check everything out, but that would take us a long time.
Greetings, perch, flounder, or perhaps a tasty pike?
Got any shark?
Yeah, not quite, but I'm a fish connoisseur, I know. Smoked eel. You'd like that? Please, have a look.
Gladly.
I love the smell of fish.
Okay. You sell two kinds of fish, neither of which are the kinds of fish that you were talking about specifically.
Some market stalls stand empty.
Yes, many vendors went bankrupt when taxes were increased to support the army. Non-humans moved to the ghetto, and other merchants fear bandits and monsters.
Oh, fantastic.
Not much competition for you.
Not that anyone could compete with my goods. I've even invested more in the business as I expect better times ahead.
Good luck.
I love the smell of fish.
Yeah.
Take care.
You do that. This barrel on this side? Nah, okay. We'll keep on moving.
I'm a terrifying white monster.
What? Not sure if you heard that. Lots of sodden mead. Apparently, that is their alcohol of choice. That we do. We do have weapons on our back. Ooh. Hello.
Leave my daughter in peace.
Sorry. I don't really want to pay you because I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't believe you. Get out of my house, you blooming drifter!
Listen, good man.
Out, or I'll kick you out!
I'd prefer a peaceful resolution.
Shove off.
I've heard enough insults.
I'll take you with one hand, bastard!
Um,
Take that!
Oh, yeah, you are actually trying to fight me, even though you are running away? Hey, over here. There we go. Oh, right. The fight we were about to have. Ow. Take this, nobleman. By this, I mean that, and that, and that, and a little bit of that, and for good measure, that. Yeah. So I have no idea who you are or what you were talking about.
Damn you! Pass then. Just don't beat me anymore.
Okay. Nice meeting you too. But also, do you have anything valuable other than this daughter whom I have not met? Or maybe I have?
Who are you?
Geralt of Rivia, Witcher. I apologize for the intrusion.
In fact, I have no reason for being here, but I am here.
Bored since Papa caught the troubadour dandelion here. No one sees me.
Huh?
He caught Dandelion? Doing what?
He was to teach me music. One day, Papa returned from the trading post earlier than usual. We were rehearsing the cantata, A Bird's Tears. Papa walked in at the climax.
Something tells me
Song?
No, it's beautiful.
that is
Poetic. Papa couldn't understand why the rehearsal
a metaphor.
was in the nude. He was furious.
Yeah.
He pulled an old crossbow from behind the wardrobe. Luckily, his vision isn't what it used to be.
Ah, so was it not a coincidence that he ran away when he was trying to fight us?
Heard any interesting gossip?
Nothing. Papa doesn't let me out of the house.
Take care.
Okay. I'm getting flashbacks to Shawnee. Oh. We may not have had any reason for being here, but I think we just found out a reason why ultimately we would have wanted to have been here. And let's continue to find other junk to drop, please. Which is getting a little difficult. I don't know if this is permanent, in which case we might want to stockpile all the whetstones that we can get. If not, though, I would think that'd be pretty cheap. Drop some of the food again in favor of high quality, strong alcohols. Potentially even swap out one type of food for another, but that doesn't seem strictly necessary. Have that type of alcohol already? We do, so we can in fact stockpile more of that. Yeah, so I can totally see this being the case where we want to come back here at some point, and Pops over here is not going to take too kindly to that, much like the way Shawnee's landlord slash grandmother? Was she actually Shawnee's grandmother? I'm not sure. But the way she was treating us. Okay. Was this the end of the road here? Did I cut ourselves off early?
Zelrad has decided to turn old Vizima into a hospice for diseased non-humans.
Airport gate. Assuming you won't let me through here. Okay.
Serving the crown. They told me to watch for those with a salamander badge.
And you are doing a great job of that, I am sure.
Are you ill?
Sewer entrance? My home! Someone else has been here, haven't they? I am curious if this connects in any way to where we were before. It does. I mean, if we did have a key to connect these things, then that would be a way from the... ruins. From the inner Vizima area, if that's what you want to call the place that we found recently, and the old place where we were in the past. I guess is sort of like Vizima, the everything else. Merchant district and the non-merchant district. And, well, one thing hasn't changed. Drowners, definitely still here. But what would we do without our noisy neighbors, right? Actually had orders. As did you. I'm pleasantly surprised. Okay, I'm gonna check this area here. I'm gonna check that corpse back there. Yeah, okay. Not so surprised that that's locked. I'd imagine we'll have other things we need to do. Oh. Okay, except maybe now we can unlock it. No, or that might be the way to connect ourselves to the old area. Would be very convenient. I mean, I would like to spend more of our time focusing on the new areas of the city. Ew. That doesn't sound good. Something else? It was just this. And a place of power. Is this the spot I was thinking of? I think it is. And yes. Excuse me? Oh, okay. We're not able to get past this thing before. Assuming the drowners can't either. There are some bandits here. And obviously this place of power. I'm gonna save in case we do want to teleport back. But, hello friends.
Scram!
What's beyond the grate?
Not your concern. Get lost.
Any reason why you're in the sewers?
We're rat catchers.
We just hang out here.
Off. Private property.
Actually, sewers tend to be publicly owned and funded through tariffs that are set up by the local utility commission. So,
Didn't you hear me? Out!
Actually, it is my tax money that is funding this place, and therefore it is just as much my property as it is yours, so you'll have to excuse me, but I do believe that I rightfully should be able to walk through this area. Okay, I mean, sure. Because we can. Well, I should have seen if it allowed us to teleport back to either Kalkstein's place, or the Witch's Tower, or Triss's place, even. Because that is the primary way, or one of the ways, in which we were able to teleport back to Kalkstein's before. I was assuming that that would... Yeah, well, I'm not sure if I was assuming anything in that regard. I didn't really give it much thought yet. But that would be one of the primary ways in which to teleport back and forth between those places, I would think. Using the places of power.
Perfect.
Potentially drunkards. Does that mean this is the inn? Or the herbalist. Same thing, right? Yeah, we're not gonna go for that. Fish! Did we really get rid of this earlier? Pretty sure we had one. That was one of the things that we decided to drop. There is a locked door over there that I'm assuming we can't go through. But there is a cellar. We've not seen the owner of this place just yet. Don't have room for flint? That's also a little concerning, because I don't think we have any at the moment. That would be nice to have. Oh, we do have 10. Okay, never mind. Not a huge deal, then. Can't pick this one up. See, I would like to have inventory space, though. I would like to have inventory space. It's not clear to me what I ought to drop there. Maybe the candy again. Same logic. Food, not so valuable. Alcohol, though, very valuable. If we had space for it. We need our potions. Everything says it's a top quality, or high quality, versus top quality. Assuming that is a difference of note. Oh, okay, ready. Gives us a spot. What we could really use would be the actual tavern. So that we could stash some of this stuff. Did we check this? I don't think we did. Okay, and there's the sewer. Yeah, sure, we'll poke our heads in this place. I mean, at some point we should probably look at a map and actually see what it is we're walking through. See if there are any places that we ought to go that we have not gone yet. So that we can prioritize one thing over the other. This just looks like someone's house. All the more reason to loot it. Huh? Okay, I don't think we know you. Unless this is the same person we were talking to before. It is. Oh, I did not realize I went in a circle. My apologies. Okay, about pulling out that map. That is probably a good thing to do right about now. Apparently, I doubled back at one point. Okay, so in fact, we might be right by the entrance. Out Maribor Gate. There's sewer. Vendors, blacksmith. Who's vendor? There's the cemetery. Okay, so if that's the cemetery, we know the cemetery was on the eastern side of where we were in Vizima earlier, so like place where we were talking to the detective and Siegfried and all those people would be here-ish. Just for frame of reference. Colby and Sons Bank. Town Hall. Merchant's Gates. This is where we came in. Now we're on the opposite side. Or I would think. Because Chris's house is actually in the middle, although we have not explored this area for some reason. Right by where we came in. So... I mean, I also just generally don't really know where we should be targeting. This is doubling back where we came from, though, right? Yes. Okay. Should do this instead. Right, just past the stockades.
Perfect.
Oh, I think we went in through the back door when we were visiting that person's house before. That's why it looked like we were going somewhere new, but in fact we weren't. Similarly, this... No, this is a new place. More stuff to loot. Yeah, I don't need your weak alcohols. Or your foods and fruits.
Why did they declare martial law?
Stealing is what brings me here. Thank you for asking. Yeah, that's right, I said it. What are you gonna do about it? Okay, you guys seriously need to look into this issue. There's a lot of ghosts in this town. Can't tell if it's the people or if it's the furniture. Possibly both. Okay. Where's the... flowers, and I believe this is the middle of town where we came out of Triss's house. On Natali Square? Making it sound like this person is of significance, and yet I've never heard of them before. Tanner Square? Here's the blacksmith. You might have something of note to say to us.
Greetings. My specialities involve more than common blacksmithery.
You're a swordsmith?
Someone who understands. Can I help?
Ooh. These things sound... I'm not sure I understand the difference between these things. Our weapon is our sword?
Like my weapon enhanced.
Fetch me metal ores or runic stones to embed in the blade.
What's the cost?
I dislike taxes and guild payments. Thus I prefer goods in exchange for my services.
What do you want?
A precious stone suitable for the hilt of a weapon for Count de Wet.
I'll be back.
Okay, can't help but feel like we potentially might have sold some of those things. In fact, hold on. On the off chance that we have a valuable gem at the moment.
I'd like... Fetch. What's the cost?
Let's see. Just gonna skip through this and see if there is anything here. Look, we had a diamond at one point. Not sure if we still do. We do have meteorites and some runes and stuff like that, so there are potentially things that we could use. We probably should have dropped the wolf spell earlier. Runes, whetstone, war runes, diamond dust. That might be what I'm thinking of. My guess is that we definitely had a diamond actually in the past. But yeah, I think we sold it. I didn't really anticipate that there would be practical use for it. That's okay, I don't need your food. I'm here for the finer things. Like flint that I don't have room to pick up. Did I check that trunk? I must have, right? Or not. Get dropped. There's cheese as well. Not sure if we saw that. Watch him have a valuable gem right here. Like, yeah, sure, I'll just give you your own stone, and then we'll be good here. Diamond dust. That's almost the case. Okay. And let's get out of here. Yeah, this area is bigger than I anticipated that it would be. I think we have... Oh, bookseller. Actually, I would like to either purchase or certainly sell some things to you, because we have a lot of stuff that we're holding on to, mostly just for the resale value. Huh?
I thought only wholesalers came to market.
Retailers enjoy good business too.
Okay, you say so. So I've already read this. I'd like to sell it. Let's sell it. I mean, we may be at a point now where 10 orens is not terribly meaningful. Whoa. For 200? So yeah, as you can see, some of the books definitely do still have value. But I think, generally speaking, once we've read something, there's no point in holding on to it any longer. I think, unless there are some quests in which there's actually reason to give one of those books to a friend for them to also learn those things. But I doubt that that is a thing. Well, maybe it will be. But it'll be so unusual for that to happen that I don't think we need to prepare for it. I do wonder what the cachet is, because we've seen that go up, I mean, mostly in that book, in other areas, I think. mostly trying to see there's stuff that we haven't yet seen. Like, this looks new. Do you have materials, reading materials, that is new to this area? This might be new. And Fletters is on that list. Notable. I've fought several of those. Seen that, but we didn't buy it. Voidnoy one again? And that sounds like a quest item to me. But anyways. Mostly just wanted to sell things to you to give ourselves a little more room. There's an alchemist here somewhere. Does also intrigue me a bit.
A witcher, hide your women.
There you are. Is it a coincidence that you also look a little bit like Calcstein? And you're also an alchemist.
If you're drawn to the secret arts, especially alchemy, you're certain to want my wares.
Do you make potions?
No, I'm a mere merchant.
What's with the garb? Small book of minerals, great book of minerals. There is a difference. Centipede repelling talisman. We saw one that was a drowner repelling talisman with Calcstein before, so it seems as though maybe we should take the hint there. That is going to be a thing.
A witcher completes this
very soon. Alright, and you know, I'm not. I feel like we need to talk to the textile vendor maybe later if it turns out that we really need that. This parcel though.
Exhausted.
Oh, greetings.
What have we here?
That looks good. Okay, and I think from here, let's loop back around, because I think this is Triss's house. Or at least the general area where Triss's house is. I think. Is that it? These are, or this is it. This is the place where we came out earlier with the square with the jester and all that stuff. And it appears as though this might be the bounds of the city. Actually, let's check the direction that we are pointed right now. Looks like the only section that we haven't looked at yet.
What brings you here?
Triple gate? Shop? I don't know. Oh. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Come on, come on. I know you're hiding something, and I know it's useless. Worthless. Different alchemist?
Don't dare say a word.
Huh?
The catalyst worked. An explosion nearly threatened, but once again the Zeracanian masters are shoveling manure.
I had an itch in my nose there.
Take care. No jesting with the catalysis of pyrite.
But I didn't sneeze.
Still here?
I'm a little confused.
When we first spoke, you mentioned Zeracanian masters.
I attempted to solve the riddle of steel using a worthless Zeracanian book. I'd gladly swap it for something else.
Like what?
Red meteorite iron ore for my experiments.
Pretty sure we do have a little bit of that.
Which book?
Zeracanian. Something about explosive substances.
May be useful.
Still here?
Okay.
Next
Maybe.
time, don't arrive when I'm mixing explosive substances.
I'll try not to.
I don't know how valuable our meteorite is. I don't know how valuable that book is. I would think that he's offering to do that exchange, then probably good reason for that, but might be that we actually already have the more valuable piece, and then I'd rather not do that exchange. Thank you very much. Trying to rip us off? I don't really know. So it might be that we can just buy that book ourselves elsewhere, whereas the runes might be a little more difficult to come across. So that looks like a jail. So maybe don't try to go in there. Oh. Oh. It's one of those buildings. It's going to say...
That's what I'll do.
The name was a little different. This looks valuable, though. Wealthy merchant.
Anything these days.
And, I mean, we now have the inventory space for all the food, so... Store. Your name is different than the generic people. So I might try to talk to you, but otherwise... Ooh.
We're closed. The Lady of the Night won't see just anyone.
Do I?
I have something for your mistress.
You have something, you say, so go to a brothel and put it to good use. Shove off.
I thought this was a brothel.
This is the Night House, the best brothel in Temeria.
But it is a
It's not for vagabonds in leather rags.
Excuse me.
Of gold.
You won't bribe me.
Then proceed to try to bribe him. Yeah, I don't know enough.
I don't intend to.
To know... Whoa! Okay, that was not what I thought was about to happen. I thought we were just gonna walk away. I was gonna say, I don't know why we might need to go up here.
I'm going to kill you.
So I was gonna just walk away and say, "Good day, sir." But maybe not. Maybe we'll just fight our way up instead. And talk to this person who we have no understanding of who she is.
I'm doomed. Come in.
Okay. I mean, I know you're supposed to be the significant person. Well, all of you have... Okay. You're all called Sister Percy.
Can we play with him?
Okay.
Well, is that polite? Barging in without an invitation?
I'm here on business.
Are we,
then
though?
refusing to answer questions. The Geralt of Rivia I heard of was a courteous witcher.
Forgive me, madam. I lost my memory.
I know, Witcher. I followed your deeds for some time.
Happy now.
Why the interest?
My lover, whom I've never forgotten, called you friend. He perished helping you battle a powerful foe. But that was long ago. What brings you here?
This.
You mentioned times past.
But also, why am I here? I don't know. Tell me.
I never said he was a man. More importantly, you were a friend to him. Alas, Regis just drank too much. Thus we parted. His habit nearly killed him. Angry peasants attacked him. After he recovered, he led a loner's life. Until he met you.
Sadly, I remember nothing.
Don't concern yourself with that. I appreciate that at his death he had friends. True friends.
Yeah, but also, yeah, who are you?
I'm the Queen of the Night. I realize my clients' dreams, leaving them relaxed and content.
With empty coin sacks.
I fulfill their dreams. If only for a brief moment. And dreams are priceless.
What
I mean,
do
I'll
I need
ask,
to do
but
to spend the night
not
with
that I'm
these
really
beauties?
looking to do this.
Forget you're a witcher and call yourself a friend.
Forgive me, madam, but I don't understand.
Be patient. In time you will.
Take care.
Okay, with your riddles.
How much longer?
Don't think there's anything else of note up here. Alright, and with that, I think that we have now seen all there is to see of note in this city, because, well, I mean, what else could be useful to know about in here, right? So, this is probably a good place for us to wrap up the video, and, now that we have explored every nook and cranny of the city, okay, maybe not every nook and cranny of the city, but now that we have a decent sense as to what everything is all about here in the trade district, I think we can start to probably go through and... Oh, okay, new area, yes, but we can probably go through and complete some of the quests that we found, including with the Royal Huntsman, who we have not seen in a very long time, and maybe help out Triss with her stuff, maybe go to the cemetery, where we know we have some other things that we need to do, but we have a lot of new things to pursue, I believe, so we have that to look forward to next time. But with that, gotta wrap things up, so I'll see you then.